Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Virtual Esport F1. Tonight is round 15 of 15. We are in the season finale, and I believe Formula Phantom is officially champion. But we will watch him officially cement that title here tonight. I am Lawrence D, 1989. I will be your commentator for this finale, as the drivers are getting ready to go out for qualifying. Tonight we're at the kind of newly reprofiled Abu Dhabi circuit at the end of Sector 1 and Sector 2 have been profiled into a much neater round corners, which definitely help the quality of racing at this circuit. We do have a Ferrari who's going to be first on track, and that Ferrari is going to be let's quickly see James. Whilst the drivers are doing warm-up laps, just quickly run through the standings with you. Yes, so Formula Phantom is officially our virtual esport F1 champion. So our first ever champion here. Drogon is in second. Not too sure what happened to Yanislav, unfortunately. Darius is in fourth, and we'll need a really good result to try and pip Yanislav tonight. James M in the Ferrari is fifth, and then Jelmel in sixth. Then we got B Plays in seventh, Kevin Cow in eighth, and BGR Spexer in ninth, Flix in 10th, Wumax 11th, BGR Atmos in 12th, Stephen 002 in 13th, Josh in 14th, Robsu 15th, 21 Dennis in 16th, Joey B 17th, Den 01 in 18th, Chile 19th, and Lilo in 20th. A few new racers here tonight I've also noticed. Constructors is still up for grabs, I may add. Ferrari currently lead the way, and they are 9 points clear of the Racing Bulls. So only one both Racing Bulls are here tonight, which is Formula Phantom and B Plays. So it'd be very interesting to see how that unfolds. Kix Alba, unfortunately, in third and not in the Constructors' title hunt. Aston Martin fourth, Haas fifth, McLaren sixth, Mercedes seventh, Williams eighth, Red Bull ninth, and Alpine down in 10th. So James will be the first driver to complete a lap here. As I just remembered, I'll quickly just post a stream to the link in the Discord. So James is negotiating Sector 3. He's still on a lap. He hasn't invalidated. Around the final corner and to the line he goes, and this is a 1 minute 23.6. I'm sure that time can be beaten, and I'm sure he will go faster. As BGR goes to first with a 1 minute 23.4. A good effort there. As Mr. Shiesty, actually. Oh, there's a Williams spinning in the background as they just get to the line. And that is Epic Games, unfortunately, spinning at the end of his lap. Formula Phantom lighting up the timing sheets and going pole by half a second. He has really found form. It's a great end to the season for Formula Phantom. And potentially a great end to the season for the Racing Bulls. Drogon. There we go. Yes, Drogon is on a lap in the Ferrari. Around that massive spoon-like left-hander. Take these double right-handers. Tricky braking point here. You got to try and brake the car, get the car stopped, as we do have a retirement. Not too sure what happened to Mr. Shiesty there. He's out of the session, but we will finish watching Drogon with his lap. To the line for Drogon, he's up to 4th. That's a good first effort. It's a 1 minute 23.393 for Drogon. As Epic Games has invalidated this lap, will not count. So difficult start to qualifying for Epic Games. I get last. I love the name. Let's just come out the pits. And is currently on a warm-up lap. Darius has quietly found his way up to 2nd position in the Aston Martin. We've got drivers on their in-laps. At the moment, I don't think anyone is on a lap. B plays. That's not a lap. No, he's 13 seconds down. Looks like he's just started a lap though, so we will ride on board to see how the Racing Bull driver gets on. His teammate has got them off to a perfect start for this constructors battle here tonight. So down this long DRS straight, pick your braking point at roughly around 100 meters for this tricky chicane. Can get you don't want to run out of space or time through that sector when you're battling other cars, especially that sequence of corners. Can really lose a lot of time and potential and the potential for contact is really high there, especially in league racing. So B plays, fighting his way through sector 3, a bit too much curb there, really upsetting this sequence of corners, and he's run very wide, and yes, lucky not to retire, I'd say there. Starred at the back in the Kick Sauber has invalidated, but I get last, who is currently on a lap, will not be last if he sets a time here in that lovely Golf livery Williams. I must say I'm happy that they've given us the special liveries on this game. I'm a huge fan of that Golf livery. So I get last around the final corner to the line, and he goes up to 12th, sorry. So, yes, officially not last. Few drivers on out laps. Gelmel's on a lap, so we will see how he gets on in the Haas car. Looking pretty racy. Down this second back straight, not so much a straight, but still you can take it flat out and have DRS open and have no issues whatsoever. Coming up to the hotel complex now. Really off camber corners, really tricky to negotiate and feather in the throttle to maximise your performance through those two left-handers. But Gelmel looks to be on an improving lap. As to the line he goes. He does improve only just by 41 thousandths of a second. But an improvement nevertheless. We got James on the lap. We have got Darius on a lap 2. Can't remember who is furthest ahead. James is currently up by a considerable amount. Potentially, is he going to get hindered by this Sauber here? He is. Oh no, that's not very good by Stard. No, he's just really ruined James's lap there. That's not too great. James comes into the pits, and we'll have every right to feel aggrieved with that. That is not the best bit of driving we have seen so far. But Darius goes pole position with a 1 minute 22.4. Sets the marker down to Formula Phantom. Come and get me if you can. Drogon 12 thousandths up in the first sector. BGR in the Kick Sauber does improve up to third positions for 122.8. As we will see who else is just on a lap at the moment. I believe Epic Games could be on the lap here. So Epic Games has just got the last corner to negotiate. Now 2 line, pedal all the way down. It's 12th position, so 124.2. Keep an eye on Drogon, who is 3/10 up at the moment. Could potentially get ahead of Dark Drags and Drogon. Sorry, I mean Mr. Shiesty is around the last corner comes Drogon and nestles into P5. A good effort from Drogon. Kevin Cowell is currently not on a lap. 2 cars going really hammer and tong as Formula Phantom really puts his foot down and loses all the time out the last corner, but I'd imagine he probably lost a little bit more than that as well, getting up close and personal with whoever that was in the last sector a moment ago. B Plays is just starting a lap in the Racing Bull. That won't be an improvement from Epic Games. So Nicholas is going to dive into the pits in the Alpine. Not happy with that lap. So back to B Plays, who is currently on a lap. And we are we do have 4.5 minutes left of this Abu Dhabi finale qualifying session. Just got to nail this sector 3, and if he does potentially do that, there's a couple of places on offer. It's invalidated. Just get straight into the pits and get ready to do one last run. James, who is getting a nicer slipstream by his teammate Drogon down the straight here. Drogon moves out the way and helps his teammate James out a massive amount there. Now James will have no one in his way between now and the end of the lap, so we will see what he is truly capable of at this circuit. That was a very handy slipstream that Drogon gave him there. So almost drained his battery though already in the Ferrari, so he's going to really struggle through this sector 3. Thankfully there's not too many bits where you can put the power down, but the car will definitely be noticeably slower to the delta time in a straight line. So around the final corner for James and to the line, and he only just improves by a tenth of a second. It's 1 minute 23.509. I Get Last in 13th in the Williams. Currently on a lap, I believe. Around the final corner for I Get Last, just 40 thousandths of a second off his best time. Two cars side by side out the pit lane. You don't get to see that all too often. So everybody gearing up for their last runs. 1 minute 40 seconds left to go. Darius and Dark Rags has crashed out of the last corner. Formula Phantom coming to the line. We'll keep an eye on him as he just starts his final flying lap. Jalmel is improving as well. We'll keep an eye on Jalmel as he works his way through Sector 3. Very slow Ferrari ahead, but I think that was Drogon perhaps just building a little bit of space. Or maybe James. So Jalmel up to 7th position, a whopping 6 tenths of a second improvement. That is a really good effort by Jalmel as we see drivers improving behind now as over the line for the last few drivers. We'll keep an eye on, if we can, the 3 big guns out there. So Formula Phantom will be the first to cross the line. Can he get pole position? It's the last corner, and now the dash to the line. Keep the car as far left as possible. He does get pole position. It's a 1 minute 22.3. So the next driver to the line will be BGR in the Kick Sauber, and he is down by 1/10 of a second on his time. Needs to find a whopping half a second in this last sector if he is to even trouble Phantom for pole position. Perhaps it will be third at best for BGR in the Kick Sauber. To the line, he's still a 10th down. Darius now will officially be the next car across the line. How is Darius going to fare in the Aston Martin? Here we go. Takes it to the line and dismantles Formula Phantom from pole position. A superb lap from Darius. Drogon is slightly down on his time. There's a few other cars just coming around the last corner, I think. No, we'll get back on board with Drogon. Can he improve his position? Is run very wide out the last corner. He does. He goes up to 4th position. He does get ahead of Dark Drags and Mr. Shiesty eventually, and cements a top 4 result, and only 9 thousandths of a second away from BGR Perry. A great effort from the Ferrari driver. Stard is I think if he takes this to the line, no, he's not. He's going to duck into the pits. Sets a 1 minute 28.1. So there you go. He's got a time on the board. It might be just under 6 seconds slower than the rest of the field, but hey, he has some numbers to his name. So, official qualifying classification, Darius in the Aston Martin is on pole. Formula Phantom in second in the Racing Bull. And then BGR Perry in the Kick Sauber in third. Drogon is in fourth. Dark Drags is in fifth. Mr. Shiesty is in sixth position. Kevin Cow in seventh. B Plays in eighth. Jailmail in ninth. James MHG is in 10th. Nicholas in 11th. Epic Games 12th. I Get Last in 13th and not last. And Starred in 14th. So the drivers are on the grid, currently selecting their strategies for today's race. I think there's going to be a mix between the hard and the medium tyres to start with. I don't think anyone will be brave enough to select soft tyres. So here we go. We have one. Oh, it's a formation lap. I do apologise. A formation lap. So Darius leads the way as everybody gets their tyres warmed up to where they need to get them. Let's quickly have a look at the constructors again, as that is the main battle tonight. There we go. Standings. Yes, so Ferrari do lead the way in the constructors, and that is Drogon and James. And they need a good result over the Racing Bulls. And I'd say it is advantage Racing Bulls, only just at the moment. As I will try and do the maths at the end of the race, see who is officially champion. Well, not officially, we've got stewards and whatnot, just in case. But yes, if there's any stewards results pending after this race, but we'll give you a pre-classification, if you will, of the Constructors' Championship. It's Darius leading the way in the Aston Martin. There's a big gap in the midfield between Jailmail and James, so Darius will be waiting a long time on the front of the grid in that Aston Martin. It will almost be like a start procedure which we're expected to see in 2026 in real life Formula One, as Darius gets a burnout to warm up the rear tyres as he lines up on the grid. Formula Phantom will join him on the front row, and we'll have the inside line into turn one. BGR Perry in third as everyone gets lined up on the grid. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. The season finale is underway in Virtual Esport F1. It's a good start from Darius, a very good start from Darius, I must say, actually, as he is flying already through the first corner. Didn't even get troubled by Formula Phantom, as there's thankfully not too much carnage going on behind. A few drivers running wide, and that actually is someone into the barrier, and that's Nicholas. I jinxed it. And we have a safety car on lap 1. So it looked like Nicholas just lit up the rears and ended up just into the barrier. It's a very unfortunate race start for the Alpine. And the race is already nullified after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 corners. In the meantime, so 12 of our 13 runners are on the medium tyres, and I get last. In last is on the hard tyres. We'll quickly have a look at the position changes. So pretty much as you were, Dark Drags has made a position on Drogon. James made the position on Gelmel at the start, and Stead has worked his way past the 2 Williams and obviously Nicholas, who retired. So not too many winners or losers, which is very unusual. Usually everybody has shifted a place of some sort. But that was a fairly okay start. 2 drivers in the pits. I'm wondering if they're thinking about going hard. There's no wing damage, so I can only assume this is hard to the end. So the safety car collects Darius now. As the 2 drivers come out the pits, and we're probably going to have a couple of laps behind the Aston Martin safety car. Not too sure why there's penalties being dished out for starred or stared, or I'm going to say starred. So this will be the final lap under the safety car. And then we'll be able to go racing again. Starred in the Kicksauber, serving his 10-second penalty in the pits for his severe collision with Gelmel. Probably the smartest thing to do to get it served under the pit stops. As he finally comes out the pits and has well, he'll catch up with this train pretty easily, I'd imagine, because it's just 2 straights he's got to negotiate, as the safety car isn't really busting a gut. So Darius will lead the way. Can Starve catch up? He's on the soft tyres. Very interesting choice of tyres. The safety car is in this lap. As the Kick Sauber gets to the back of the train just in time, but Darius has had a good start. There's a move on Dart Drags and Drogon. No, that isn't. That is just a position change. It's still up. Bear with me. As yes, it's a good start. As Dart Drags actually looks to make a move on BGR Perry into the hairpin, and they are side by side. Pretty even Stevens, as we've got Formula Phantom applying the pressure ahead as well. It's going to be intriguing to see who comes out on top here. Maybe Perry's wings. Oh, not quite. It's going to be the last of the late breakers there. Side by side through the chicane, and the Mercedes driver superbly gets the move done and dusted. Darius still has this race under control from Formula Phantom. James is on the hard tyres, the Ferrari teammate at the back of Drogon. This is a shootout between the Racing Bulls and Ferrari for the Constructors' title. Ferrari with the 9-point advantage. We will probably see a few track limit penalties dished out tonight, as Formula Phantom is still all over the gearbox of that Aston Martin. He has not let him get without outside half a second. Well, he has now. As I say that, commentator's curse, he has stayed right with him. But Formula Phantom are looking to get the move done, and I'm sure it will be a DRS aided move. But will he get the move done on the first straight, or will he wait for the second straight? I don't think he's going to hang around. He's going to look to the inside of Darius down this back straight here. Darius is sensibly held back, maybe thinking of a long game here. Look at his battery compared to Formula Phantom's as well. If he can get a good drive out of this corner and burn his battery, he's going to reclaim that lead. Already 1.5 seconds to Drogon. Drogon has got past Dart Drags and BGR Perry, as Formula Phantom does indeed keep the lead, but he has drained his battery in the process. Getting pretty close. Further back here, we have got yellow flags. Not too sure what that is for, unless that was for Stard. I'm not too sure. Oh, we do have a spinner, and that spinner is BGR Perry in the Kick Sauber. That is not what he needs tonight, as the other Sauber as an excursion. It's not a good night for the Saubers. Not one teeny tiny little bit. So these front two have pulled away. Formula Phantom and Darius as Stard has triggered another safety car. So yes, we'll have another couple of laps under the safety car, as once again the race gets neutralised on lap 6 of 29. So BGR Perry in the Kicksalver gets a bit of redemption or a reprise because of the safety car. So Formula Phantom and Darius have boxed from the mediums onto the hard tyres, as has Drogon, Dart Drags, Mr. Shiesty. Jalmel was thrown on another set of mediums. B-Plays has gone onto the hard tyres as well. Kevin Cow, I get last. James has already boxed earlier in this race for hard tyres, so James is actually in quite a handy position. So things are looking pretty good. Then we've got Epic Games in fourth in the Williams. It'd be very interesting to see how the front runners from before the safety car will negotiate the 4 cars ahead of them. But so far it is Advantage Racing Bull. Oh no, sorry, it is Advantage Ferrari. My apologies, in the constructors battle at the moment. Safety car will stay out for one more lap. There we go, so everybody has now been collected in the train. The restart will be critical for these front 4 runners. Maybe not so much for them, but Formula Phantom and Darius will want to carve their way through this field like a hot knife through butter. So maybe already we're going to have some race critical laps, potentially at the start of lap 9 of 29. A few drivers towards the back opting to get their tyres as warm as they can. As the safety car has now decided it is time to come in this lap. So Kevin Cowell, 45, will get to choose when he gets to put his foot down. Just got to wait for the safety car to get in the pits and across the pit line. And he's decided to bolt last minute. Still, I get last hasn't actually been caught out too badly. James, also a good start, looking very healthy on these soft tyres. Hard tyres. Apologies. Epic Games does have Formula Phantom in front of him. Formula Phantom looking for a move around the outside of the Williams. Can he get it done? He does. There will be no DRS on this lap as there's a nice overtake by Dart Drags on Drogon, but Drogon actually just has better straight line speed. That was a good bit of battling going on there. So James gets past I get last and sets his sights on the Cowers already. It's looking pretty punchy back there. I think that's Darius just trying to keep up with Formula Phantom. Yeah, I get last. just swoops across in front of Darius and just denies him the chance. And you can really see that I Get Last just doesn't have the pace for the rest of the field. He's getting swamped by the Alpine behind as Drogon works his way past as well. So it's all very well and good back there. I Get Last falling a lot further back. Kevin Cow has got a nice 2.2 second gap out the front on these 8-lap-old hard tyres. But Formula Phantom is in third position, and it will soon be second. Don't rule out Darius either. As Formula Phantom went for a move there and decided that it wasn't on. He avoided contact with James. As yes, it is still a Ferrari and a Racing Bull shootout for the constructors. Formula Phantom has the driver's title in his back pocket already, and I'm sure he'll want the constructor's title to celebrate a huge monumental season and achievement for himself. Formula Phantom goes around the outside of James, and I think this will be move done on those fresher hard tyres than James. Now Darius looking to attack the Ferrari, and Darius will not want to lose too much time as he actually gets a nice little cutback on the Ferrari under the hotel section. That was an absolutely sensational move by Darius. I take my hat off to that move. That was superb. Nicely orchestrated overtake there, and now he has just got to stay within DRS of Formula Phantom. Formula Phantom just closing the gap, not going to have DRS to Kevin Cow in the lead. Kevin Cow will be very happy at the moment with how this is all unfolding. He hasn't been involved in any sort of silly squabbles. And we'll keep an eye on Darius. You can see the charging light on the back of that Racing Bull as Formula Phantom conserves his battery, trying to just get as much energy as he can. Now it's going to flick off, I'd imagine. Yes, it does flick off as he looks to push away from Darius. I don't think Darius is too bothered either about burning his battery at the moment. He can see what Formula Phantom is doing, but Formula Phantom is almost out of battery, whilst Darius is sitting on a fully charged battery. So Formula Phantom will be at Darius's mercy when he does decide to deploy the battery. The gap hasn't closed down to the leader as I thought it would. It's 1.6 seconds, and it was 1.5 seconds at the start of this lap. If anything, Kevin Cow in the lead has pulled out a gap to Formula Phantom behind. But now Darius can smell blood of Formula Phantom just ahead. It's a good drive out of the exit of that hairpin for the Aston Martin driver. Formula Phantom just moves over out the way, doesn't even bother to defend too hard against the charging Aston Martin driver. Just outside of a second is Darius on Kevin Cow, and he is within a second now. As I'm sure maybe on the next lap, the Aston Martin driver could inherit the lead of this Grand Prix. Further back, I Get Last, and Epic Games are in a world of their own in both Williams cars. Jailmail just slightly off of the pack ahead in 10th position. BGR Perry, who had that spin earlier on in the race, has worked his way back up to 9th position, and he's still in the hunt. He is still in the hunt. B-Plays is also quietly just plodding along. perhaps Dart Drags just can't keep up with the pace of these cars ahead now, as it is imperative that the two Ferraris build as much of a gap as they can. And James really does need to stay in the DRS here to help Ferrari's constructors' chances that all a bit more. Mr. Shiesty has Drogon behind him as Darius does get past Kevin Cowan. Formula Phantom is saying, I want a piece of this action as well, side by side. And they're both going to have DRS on Darius, and Darius just moves out of the way, just not sure. He's just decided not to get involved. He's burning his battery, so Kevin Cow can't work his way past as Darius makes a very ambitious swoop on that left-hand spoon corner and keeps second position. Very demanding move, I'd say, from Darius there. Maybe just putting the Jeepers on Kevin Cow. Just yes. But speaking of Kevin Cow, he is not going to be in that third position for much longer, I dare say, as Drogon now all over the back of the McLaren driver. And Drogon is bringing his teammate with him as well. Drogon goes for a nice late lunge up the inside of Kevin Cow, but Kevin Cow still on the outside. But Drogon's pace is superior in that Ferrari. No DRS for Kevin Cow either, as James is also going to maybe make the move around the outside at the end of the long straight here. Superb from James as well. And now Ferrari have a real solid grip on this constructors title here. Further back, Mr. Shiesty in the Alpine gets past Kevin Cow, who has dropped all the way from the lead of the race here. And that's Drogon having a half spin. And you know what I'm going to say, Drogon? That is your mandatory mistake, I'm afraid, mate. But thankfully, if he's going just to lose a couple of positions out of it, as there still looks like there's a bit of argy-bargy going on further back, trying to work out whether B-Plays has a damage on that kick Sauber, as Epic Games has had a spin towards the back. No, everybody's car is intact. So the battle out front between Formula Phantom and Darius, who have been battling all season long with one another, and the season is going to end no different to how it started, as Epic Games also has another spin at the penultimate corner. Maybe lighting up his rear tyres a bit too much. Those 14 lap mediums probably had enough. So Darius happy to sit in second position with a full battery. 2.8 seconds to James behind in the Ferrari. Drogon has found his way back up to fourth position. So that light up of the rears hasn't affected Drogon too much. He lives another day. Kevin Cow, 13 laps on these hard tyres as well. He's almost done what he needs to do. The safety car would have helped the longevity of those hard tyres he's on. So he will be looking to do a medium stint at the end of this race. Maybe he's going to try and eke it out to about lap 20. But his pace will be very good come the end of the race. It just all will depend on if he can catch the field ahead. James is in the pits. What have I missed there? Has he gone on to another set of... He's gone to another set of hards, but I don't know if that was for wing damage or anything. I do apologise if I missed that. So now Drogon has Mr. Shiesty and a few others in close company behind, as Dart plays battling off B plays. Dart drags, sorry, and B plays, getting their gamer tags mixed up. I do apologise. 3 wide though at the end of the second straight. BGR Perry works his way back up to 6th position. A really good recovery drive from the Kicksauber. Darius still all over the gearbox of the Visa Cash App. Just biding his time on when to make that move, and Drogon is just outside a second. He is almost getting involved in this battle for the lead, and he is within a second now, and he will bring along Mr. Shiesty with him also to the DRS party. Maybe Formula Phantom slowing up Darius to bring the others into play here, but Darius is not hanging around anymore. He has got past Formula Phantom. Will Formula Phantom have the pace and the DRS? Well, he almost certainly will have DRS, but does he have the pace? He doesn't. I'll tell you what, Drogon swoops around the outsiders. Drogon, that's a massive mistake. That's a massive crash from Drogon. And that's a safety car. Wow. As Drogon has really damaged the front end of Formula Phantom, and he has damaged Racing Bull's chance of the constructors here as well. That's a massive hammer blow to their chances. Formula Phantom jumps into the pits. Everybody's coming into the pits for what I'm sure will be hard tyres to the end. So I'm not expecting James, Kevin Cow, Dart Drags, or even JML to box this lap. So a few medium tyres getting thrown on here. As we have our third safety car of the night, and that was probably the most dramatic reason for the safety cars. Drogon serves his 10 seconds in the pits as well. Not too sure why these guys are trading positions out front. So the safety car should be out for one more lap, or come in this lap. So the safety car is coming in this lap, and now it's Mr. Sheisty's turn to lead the way in the Alpine. So Darius is on the medium tyres, James is on the hard tyres. We actually, so we have a hard, medium, hard, medium, hard, medium, hard, medium, hard, medium tyre chart to our left. So Mr. Shiesty, it's down to you when you start the race. And here we go, we're back under racing at the start of lap 20 of 29. 10 racing laps left to go of this virtual esport season. Darius in second at the moment, as James is in third as it stands as well. It's still advantage Ferrari, I would say, as that looks like a move at the inside from Formula Phantom on Kevin Cow, burning all of his battery. And you know what, so is Kevin Cow, but maybe just resigning to losing this position, as Formula Phantom breaks very late at the end of the first straight and gets great drive on the cars ahead. As side by side go James and BGR. Perry around the long spoon left-hander. Still James has advantage, and Formula Phantom will be very keen to get past these two, and maybe around the outside of James he goes. He does indeed, as swamped is the Ferrari driver, and through goes Dark Drags. A superb opportunistic move from the Mercedes driver. He's had some very impressive overtakes today. Now Darius will be looking to get past Mr. Shiesty and make the most of these medium tyres. He needs to, because he knows Formula Phantom is working his way through the field. Epic Games retires in the pits. He has called it a day in this final race of the season. So now we are down to 11 cars in this Abu Dhabi finale. Formula Phantom works his way past Perry. Actually, they are side by side. Is the Visa Cash App and the Kick Sauber, and the Kick Sauber does have DRS on Formula Phantom. Will he go for a move at the inside? He is. Formula Phantom being very respectful and leaving the space up the inside, but still just gets the better drive out of that long left-hander. BGR Perry has had a really good comeback after his spin at the early stages of this race. He'll be very happy with fourth, but I'm sure he'll be even happier with a podium. Darius sets the fastest lap, bringing Mr. Shiesty with him, as Formula Phantom is really struggling for battery, but Darius isn't interested in trying to keep Mr. Shiesty with him. He was trying to break the DRS. Maybe the best form of defense here is to bring Mr. Shiesty with him for the lead, because Formula Phantom could easily work with Mr. Shiesty to catch up Darius. So as long as Darius keeps that option of bringing Mr. Shiesty with him, then as you can see, the gap is just increasing ever so nicely. They will have it covered. They just need like some sort of mutual agreement between them both that perhaps they can both get a really good result if they just work together. Mr. Shiesty is trying to get a move done on Darius, though, not content with being in P2 and still just tucked up behind that rear wing of the Aston Martin driver. Don't want to lose too much time, as any action side by side will cost them time to Formula Phantom. Formula Phantom will be begging that they waste as much time as possible as well. We've got a super battle for the lead here. As I get last is the next retirement. So we are down to 10 cars. Unfortunately, Jalmel now finds himself at the back of the field, but we still have a healthy train going on. So that's positive. Darius making most of the painted lines, which is rumoured to be faster if you can drive it. I know that's what the esports drivers like to do around this track as well. Yeah, you can see Darius just making the most of that blue paint. Apparently there's less friction on those painted lines, which does give you the extra few miles an hour. But Mr. Shiesty looking for a move around the outside of the Aston Martin driver, still battling, and now Formula Phantom can see that they're battling ahead as well, and this spells good news for the Visa Cash App driver. We have got yellow flags out there, and that is Drogon making, not sure if that was a mistake or whether he's been involved in an incident. Drogon is going to come into the pits. I think he is without a front wing. Is this a wing change for Drogon? Yes, he's missing his front left end plate. But we're going to go back to the lead and look at Formula Phantom now. He is caught right up with this lead-in squabble at the moment, and Darius defending as much as he dares, doing what he can to try and slow up Darius. Darius will have a second bite at the cherry, and he does indeed. He's back in the lead in the Aston Martin. And now we have a straight freeway shootout for the race win here. There's a couple of corners to negotiate, and then there will be 5 laps left of this race to go. Wondering if Mr. Shiesty's hard tyres actually will start being in better shape than the medium runners around him. Perhaps he will get his chance to snatch a race win here. But Formula Phantom not content with even third position, knowing that every position is vital here for the Racing Bulls. As Darius moves all the way to the left, we are 3 wide. As Mr. Shiesty does get a penalty for running off the track there. It's a very, very clumsy time penalty to get. Now he has got all the hard work to do, which this battle is going to, well, basically hand the initiative to Darius and Formula Phantom now, as Darius looks for a move at the inside of the Alpine, but nothing doing there. Maybe he's going to get a second bite through a much better drive out of that corner. Darius still looking to the outside, but no. The Alpine is defending valiantly, and a slight bit of contact there. Still the Alpine is keeping up, and around the outside goes Darius. That is a superb overtake. Wow. Darius not messing around in the Aston Martin. He's already got a half a second gap into turn one. He's executed that overtake to absolute perfection. Formula Phantom now not content behind Mr. Shiesty. He has got past Mr. Shiesty, is down to fourth position, make that, as BGR Perry works his way up to third position. I think Formula Phantom does have the DRS, he does. So we'll close out to Darius on this next straight. Side by side was Mr. Shiesty and BGR Perry. I'm not really too sure. I only caught last minute what happened there, so I can't give my opinion on that incident. But I don't think BGR Perry has the pace to keep up with these top two. They have run away with the proceedings here. Formula Phantom showing why he is the first champion in this league. It's just been a relentless round after round of scooping up solid points or race wins, and tonight is no exception for the Visa Cash App driver. And as it stands, I think Visa Cash App could actually win the Constructors. Ferrari's promising start to tonight has dwindled out slowly but surely. But let's remember that James can actually gain a few positions due to track limits, and maybe not all over actually. That's something I need to take into consideration. If James can keep up and gain positions because of track limits, then perhaps the Ferrari can win this Constructors on a track limits formality here. Into sector 3, Darius is trying to save his battery, and he has got a little bit more battery than Formula Phantom. Maybe those medium tyres beginning to cry out on that Visa Cash App. At this stage now, they've done 10 laps on those mediums. So lap 28 of 29, the penultimate lap of this season. Will Formula Phantom go for a dive at the inside? No, he's happy to sit behind Darius and maybe look to get the better drive out to the hairpin left. He does. A very basic overtake from Formula Phantom as he looks to burn all of his ERS. But I think Darius will be calm. He has done very well in conserving his ERS here as the Aston Martin driver. As Touche around the outside goes the Aston Martin of Darius. So a little bit of squabbling going on back here between the Ferrari and the Mercedes. This is Constructors critical for James now. as Drogon, I'm sure, is trying to work on the fastest lap also. The fastest lap is in Darius's hand at the moment, and we will jump back to the battle between Formula Phantom and Darius, as Darius is burning his ERS to get out of DRS, which he has done nicely. Lap 29 of 29 of Virtual Esport F1. We are on the final lap, and you can see Darius just, definitely using the esports line down the straight here. Brakes at 100 meters, and unfortunately Formula Phantom does not have an answer for the Aston Martin driver, as BGR Perry has made a mistake, and Mr. Shiesty will be all over the back of BGR Perry, and you know what, that does help James potentially catch and overtake BGR Perry as it stands at the moment. Mr. Shiesty goes around the outside. Sorry, I mean, it'll help. It could help James get past Mr. Shiesty. Even BGR Perry does not have a time penalty. But Darius is going to race towards the line now to take the final win of the season at Abu Dhabi. The fireworks are going off. Aston Martin have won the last race of the season. Formula Phantom completely capitulates his car into the pit wall. As yes, we have. Oh, is that a spinner? Actually, James has spun at the very end. What implications will that have? Drogon on the last lap. Can he set the fastest lap? But oh my, what is going to happen now? No, Drogon's binned it. Very interesting stuff. Congratulations to Darius for winning on the day, but it's a congratulations to Formula Phantom for sealing the Constructors' Championship. So 25 points for second. I'll just quickly try and work the results out. Right, yeah. So so Darius is the race winner. Formula Phantom is in second. BGR Perry is in third. Kevin Cowell fourth. Mr. Shiesty is in fifth. B plays in sixth. Mel in seventh. Very quiet and solid race for Mel. James in eighth. Dark Drags in ninth. Drogon in 10th. And then unclassified is I Get Last, Epic Games, Starred, and Nicholas. So Drogon in 10th. Just trying to do the maths. I got a funny feeling that Ferrari have just binned the constructors on that last lap. Just trying to quickly work out the results and where everyone finished. So Formula Phantom second. B place sixth. So 40. So that's 39 points for the Visa Cash Apps. I don't think Ferrari have done it. I'm quite sure that Visa Cash App have just won the constructors as well. Standings. Racing balls, yes. Yep. Yes, apologies about that. I was just quickly cracking the mess. And yes, fairly confident that the duo of Formula Phantom and B Plays are the constructors' champions as well in the Visa Cash App. And thank you, Formula Bradley, for your comments. Very nice to hear. I will. How do I do this? Do I pick 2 driver of the days or do I pick one? I think I've got to pick one. I mean, Formula Phantom and B Plays have sealed the constructors, so I'm not going to go for either of them as they've already got a reward. I think my driver of the day will be. My driver of the day will be Darius. He won the race in the Aston Martin. His pace was outrageous and comfortably held off Formula Phantom as well towards the end. Good battery management and sealed the race win. So yes, Darius will be my driver of the day for today. So congratulations, Darius. There's some good battle in there. Yep, so once again, that was the finale for Virtual Esport F1 Season 1. Congratulations to Formula Phantom for the driver's title and also Formula Phantom and B-Plays for the Constructors' Championship as well. So it's a double celebration for Formula Phantom. I believe there is prizes in this league, so have to speak to the league organisers about that. I believe Rycon is in charge of that side of things. So yes, go speak to Rycon. So yes, it has been a pleasure commentating with you guys. I'm sorry I missed a few races in the middle of the season. Just bits and bobs coming up with work and whatnot, and just other family engagements as well. But yes, thank you all for tuning in. And thank you all for your nice comments. And I will hopefully maybe catch you next time. So take care, everybody, and look after yourself. Thank you for tuning in.